The yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll set up a throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Out of the gun now on third down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Marcus Mariota getting ready to... go again here on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
Mariota. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They come up in an offset eye. Mariota going underneath. It's Coleman. Look at the dance and the juke. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Give him 30 yards there. Here's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a second down throw for Mariota. His throw caught at about the 5. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Now Mariota feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here of 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. No guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, boys, we got 4. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come out here in the eye.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
They slide Gronkowski outright. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Holding, offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Good work, D. That's how we ball.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line. Blue line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Catanzero's kick is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run here with Mason. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
Now they run. It's Mason. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know, quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
Sanu with a grab over the middle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mariota. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tevin Coleman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing. Anything, just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll...
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. Looking to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stout troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Mariota now on 2nd down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They'll toss it to Coleman. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion. and then you have a guy jump.
Second down, Mariota. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
First down.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on first down. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Holding offense.
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
False start, offense.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Take on now.
Wentz going to throw. Ertz over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, a little 360. And he cuts it right sideline. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. On the ground again, it's Mason. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Here we go. Green, 30.
They'll run again with Mason. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Caught by Nelson left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, Mariota. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Here's Johnson now, the fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Good job, good job. Too easy, too easy. That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby. Come on, look. Strong right, strong right, strong right. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start. Offense.
They slot Gronkowski outright.
Here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Everyone's got 4 down. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tomahawley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Out of the gun now on third down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They go play action here on first down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Final play of the half here. Mariota. On the left side, he finds Beasley. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Eagles are showing they're the better team right now and lead big at the end of 2. The Patriots just need to figure out a way to bounce back. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Here early in the first, here the defense will come up with the pick. Eagles defense forces the turnover. Offense on the field now after the INT. Coleman's got it off the left side here, and he'll go in for the score, giving them an early lead. Patriots have it midway through the first. Here the throw is hurried and picked off. Deakins is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Hits a late in the first. Mariota's deep pass will be completed, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Lead grows to 17. Patriots on offense. First quarter winding down. The pass ends up being picked off. Watkins is the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Now following the interception, Wentz is going to run up the left side, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first. First half as we get set to go in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. First down, Mariota. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Illegal blocking the back. Offense.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. Throwing now is Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So 3rd and 20, defense in the nickel.
Surprised they didn't go with 6 DBs, the dime look.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Hurts has it left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Their passing game. It's been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh, boy, it's been good. There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 8 now.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. They went zone blitz there, obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing the offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or safeties will usually fill that gap and blitz in their spot, messing up the blocking responsibilities.
So that's their 3rd trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals.
Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Flushed out right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Devin McCourty brings him down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They will run again with Coleman. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never Met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue, and they're going to hurry back to the line now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And Mariota not happy about something before the snap, so he'll call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
2 Patriots there to bring him down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Doug Patterson keeping the offense on the field. They're going on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run forward with Mason. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on 1st down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And they'll run it here. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 41 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kevin Coleman with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, and the Eagles continue to roll. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out come the Patriots. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
Here we go.
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Amendola catching it left side. Danny Amendola, he's going to go. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Here we go. Green.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here we go now.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here's Wentz to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
But no second-guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Begins with Mason. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That was good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How can you get much more balance than this? Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And that is incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Play fake. Mariota. And he connects with Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mariota on 4th down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
And to give this time to the tailback. Ooh, with a juke. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down, Mariota. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Escaping the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Here's Jacob Shum now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Here we go now.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. One thing I can say pretty safely. That route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
The ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So now 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Kendricks in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Mariota now on 2nd down. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the front.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught outright, Amendola.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Clay Matthews in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Fairley. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here. Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down.
Holding, offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Fourth down, Mariota. And this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification. It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
They slot Gronkowski outright. Back to throw again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Man left. Hey, 4 down. Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Right. Hey. 4 down. Set. 3-19.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Defense likely bringing pressure here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Now, they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they're going to speed things up here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down. On third down, Mariota. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down, Mariota. He hits Beasley right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cole Beasley, 28 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, it could have. Now can they carry that over? And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. He's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up second down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
Here we go on 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to punt for New England.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Mariota steps away to his left. Oh, nice move. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
Offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down. Good luck with that.
Oh, my goodness. And it's fielded at the 34. Fights off another.
I think the 2nd tackler would have learned from the 1st.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So the Patriots coming out now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for them to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 11 on the gain there. And the Eagles are going to have a first down. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Eagles, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew.
Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers.